Look for its eye. It's playing peekaboo with us now. There's its bill. Kind of a stout, hooked bill. You really don't even need to see this bird to know what species it is based on this nest. In our part of New Hampshire, if you see a nest lined with birch bark, it's likely to be the nest of a vireo. And here's its eye. Look for color. Still playing peekaboo. Well, there are at least two of them singing around us also. That's another hint. They sing short little phrases. Here I am. Where are you? Here I am. Where are you? Well, just like its song, the bird is playing peekaboo with us. There it is. Look at that red eye. Distinctive feature of the red-eyed vireo. A very common songbird of the eastern U.S. and especially common in New Hampshire. The vireo is a small to medium-sized songbird. It's between 5 and 6 inches in length. They're here throughout the summer. They arrived in mid-May. They leave the state in September or October. And for the summer months, they get here and they start singing, and they don't stop singing. When I think of the month of July, I think of red-eyed vireos being one of the only sounds of the woods, one of the only songsters that's going strong all day long, all season long. And they started in my yard in mid-May, and they haven't stopped. But it was only a few days ago, mid-June, when I discovered this nest in a tree right outside my house. I was actually in my house when I saw it. I saw the bird fly into a strange spot in a tree, and I noticed a little white globe. Put binoculars on it. Sure enough, vireo was sitting right on the nest. This is where I'm looking. Right at the edge of my backyard, little mowed area next to a field. And one of many locations where red-eyed vireos are nesting somewhere near our houses. Let's get the focus back on this bird. So, a little bit about vireos is that they are insect eaters. These birds specialize on feeding on caterpillars with those long hooked beaks. They grab juicy caterpillars, and they also have a little hook at the end that I suppose is good for tearing into caterpillars. Lots of caterpillars around right now, so the bird times its arrival with the emergence and the arrival of its food source. So these nests and this species, though common, are regularly targeted by the nest parasite native species, the brown-headed cowbird. It's native to the U.S., but it's not native to the northeast U.S. When forests were cleared back in the colonial times in the 1800s, cowbirds were able to expand their range when there was a lot of agriculture. Look at this bird peeking all around. Might be looking for its mate, which is probably the bird singing right now. So what cowbirds do, though, is females drop an egg in the nest of a songbird, and the native species raises the cowbird. It's a pretty interesting adaptation, and we just have one species of cowbird in this part of the world, but there are several worldwide. That's just what they do. They get a bad rap because of it, but really humans have facilitated this conservation challenge, and we also try to do our best to manage these situations. However, it's usually very reactive in the case of endangered species that have limited populations, where the cowbird comes in. It's a big baby that needs to be fed. It has a bigger mouth than the native species of vireos and warblers, and it grows faster than the adults can keep up with, and it outcompetes all the youngsters in the nest. So it leads to a long-term decline in areas where cowbirds often nest parasitize. Oh, look at that red eye now. So though rarely very colorful, vireos do have some striking plumage characteristics. The head of the red-eyed vireo is rather distinctive on an overall grayish-green body. The red eye, which is attained in the second year of life, the young birds don't have that. That's distinctive on this species. Also a black eye line that goes through the eye, with a white eyebrow above that, and then a dark line above that. These are good ways to tell red-eyed vireos from the other species of vireos. So, mid-June now. By the end of June or early July, the vireos will be having young out of their nest. It only takes about 11 or 12 days to incubate the eggs, and then another week or week and a half for the young to leave the nest. In the background, those are domestic chickens. Kind of audio bombing the video here. But still, plenty of vireo song. If you listen closely, there are at least 2 male red-eyed vireos singing away. And this female, tending its nest very carefully. We will wish it good luck. So that's about it for the vireo today, but thanks for joining me on another nest video. I'm Phil Brown with New Hampshire Audubon. You can check out more nest videos on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, New Hampshire Audubon, and also check out our website, www.nhaudubon.org, as we continue to find ways to bring you content, virtual content, in times that we can't be together. In particular, check out our summer camp offerings, which are starting next week. And happy nesting season.